Yo, what is good, YouTube? Your boy is back. Here is a trade that I took today on Nasdaq. We ended up going break even, but I want to show you why I took it and what my thought process was in terms of taking the trade in specific. So, you guys already know the model. We are in a higher time frame. We are bullish. So, I am still expecting higher price action. So, I'm treating every sell side move as manipulation at the moment until we get confirmed otherwise. Looking back on this trade, taking a long wasn't probable, but I'll explain that in a minute. So, what can we see? In Asia, we do get this big range movement here, some big consolidation. We do get it early here. So, consolidation, expansion higher, consolidation, expansion. As you can see, after price takes this high here, we don't see real continuation through this high. So, price respects this high, raids the buy side liquidity, and then breaks down. But we always wait for 9:30 with our setup. So 9:30, sorry guys, I'm actually sweating. It's so hot here in the UK. Basically, 9:30, before 9:30, I'm telling myself what is the likely draw? We've taken buy side liquidity, so the likely draw is for price to reach down into sell side liquidity, back into a discount market at a higher time frame level with a 4-hour fair value gap. Then we wait for a reaction. Okay, so you're expecting price to trade down. Once we hit our levels that we've highlighted, then we wait for confirmation for our trade. So essentially the model is when we're bullish, we want to see the low get taken, and then we want to target the high of the 4-hour 2 a.m. candle. Okay, so price trades down, as you can see. So let me take price here. Bro, I'm actually sweating buckets right now, bro. It's crazy. Right, so as you can see, we have traded into the higher time frame level with the 4-hour fair value gap, but you never want to take a trade. Well, I personally don't take a trade in the 9:30 candle. Why? Because it is the open, it injects a lot of liquidity, volatility in the market, and it's just a choppy candle to trade. It can go up, down in like a nanosecond, and it's just constantly it's trying to take liquidity out of the market and essentially engineer liquidity. So me personally, I want to wait for the closure, because if you backtest the closure of a 9:30 candle, ultimately it can tell you the ultimate it can give you a kind of a story of where price is looking to go next, essentially. So when the 9:30 candle close, I want to highlight the low here of the 9:30 candle. So the 9:45, I've now waited for the 9:45 candle to open, and now I want to see bullish reaction. So I'm anticipating the 9:30 candle to get raided, as you can see here. We do get a short-term raid of this candle here as well, kind of wicks through ever so slightly and then bullish reaction. But we want extra confirmation, right? So yes, we do break the short-term high here, but as you can see, there's no real movement for price to break through. It keeps wicking through, no real energy of bullish price action just yet. So my confirmation was on the entry, I want to see a closure above the previous week high. For me, once you get to see a closure above that level here, it's like we've reclaimed it. So the logical area of price action to reach for would be this buy side liquidity and the 4-hour inversion fair value gap. Ultimately, I was semi bearish overall for this particular day, but for this fractal of price, I was bullish because we have taken all-time highs, and its price is quite overextended on the weekly, monthly, daily, all the time frames. So if you want to think about it logically, what does price normally do after it takes external range liquidity? It takes internal, which would be the daily fair value gap, close the weekly range, and retrace on the monthly, essentially. We do have a new month coming up as well, which could lead into a particular retracement or anything like that. So essentially, I was only targeting short-term price action because this was a logical move for me here. After this, I wasn't the high on the day here is not likely. Why? Because day of the week is Monday, and this week on a Monday we don't have any news. So what does that tell us? It tells us that it's going to be a low probability day. We're not going to get much movement, much volatility in the market, or any real moves. We could, but it's unlikely. With the start of the month around the corner as well, with July 4th on Friday, with NFP, there's loads of reasons why today was just going to be a very choppy, difficult session, hence why I was targeting shorter targets. So hopefully that makes sense on why I took the trade. If you would like a more in-depth, or if you just want to learn the model in itself, join my Discord. It's completely free. Yeah, just loads of traders. We just talk about trading, the model in itself, and things like that. It's a good way to learn. I'm not trying to sell you anything or anything like that because I think it's a bit crazy, but yeah, feel free to join. But yeah, that is the model in itself in a fractal basis, and ultimately on another day, we would then ultimately target this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.